This is All India Radio. We now bring you a special news program on COVID-19. Good morning, I'm Valsa Williams. With me is Sunil Verma. The headlines. Union Home Ministry welcomes West Bengal government's decision to extend full cooperation to Interministerial Central Team, says it will facilitate proper assessment of COVID-19 containment measures by the state. Manipur becomes second state after Goa to be corona-free. Uttar Pradesh government orders complete sealing of Delhi-Noida border to contain coronavirus. Government is taking all necessary steps to ensure adequate supply of medicines, fertilizers and disinfectants in the country, says Chemicals Minister Sadananda Gowda. RBI asked banks to extend all benefits announced by government pertaining to short-term crop loans to farmers. And G20 agriculture ministers decide to ensure continuous flow of food and agricultural products to safeguard global food security. After initially denying permission to the Interministerial Central Team (IMCT) for on-the-spot assessment of compliance and implementation of lockdown measures in the state, West Bengal government has acceded to the request to cooperate. Chief Secretary of West Bengal Rajiv Sinha in a letter to the Home Ministry has assured the state will follow the orders under Disaster Management Act 2005 and the directions of the Honourable Supreme Court in this regard. Meanwhile, the Union Home Ministry has welcomed this decision and said this will facilitate proper assessment and redressal of any shortcomings in the measures taken by the state in order to contain the spread of COVID-19.
गृह मंत्रालय ने आपदा प्रबंधन अधिनियम 2005 के तहत 19 अप्रैल 2020 को इंटर मिनिस्टीरियल सेंट्रल टीम्स का गठन किया है, जिनमें से 2 टीम्स पश्चिम बंगाल के 7 जिलों में कोविड-19 संबंधित स्थिति का आकलन करेंगी और किस प्रकार स्थिति में सुधार किया जा सके और समस्याओं का निदान हो सके, उस पर राज्य सरकार को निर्देश देंगी। चूंकि आईएमसीटी को राज्य सरकार का सहयोग नहीं प्राप्त हो रहा था, गृह मंत्रालय ने आज सुबह राज्य सरकार को पत्र लिखकर 19 अप्रैल 2020 के आदेश का पालन करने का निर्देश दिया। माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के 31 मार्च 2020 के आदेश में जो टिप्पणी थी, उसका उल्लेख किया तथा आईएमसीटी के लिए आवश्यक इंतजाम करने के लिए कहा, जिससे कि टीम अपनी जिम्मेदारी का निर्वहन कर सके। पश्चिम बंगाल के मुख्य सचिव ने आज शाम को पत्र लिखकर गृह मंत्रालय को बताया है कि उन्होंने टीम्स के साथ संपर्क किया है, बैठक की है और उनका ऑन द स्पॉट आंकलन में सहयोग दे रहे हैं। उन्होंने आश्वासन दिया है कि वे आपदा प्रबंधन अधिनियम के तहत पारित आदेश एवं माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के निर्देशों का पालन करेंगे। गृह मंत्रालय पश्चिम बंगाल सरकार के निर्णय का स्वागत करता है।
The centre has sent 6 IMCT teams to Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan and West Bengal to make an assessment of the compliance and implementation of lockdown measures. The IMCTs deputed to Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan are already on the ground and are carrying out their responsibilities smoothly in consultation with the state governments. The team has public health specialists and officers of the National Disaster Management Authority (NDMA) who can lend their expertise to the state government for management of the COVID-19 epidemic. The IMCT's focus is on issues like the supply of essential commodities, social distancing, preparedness of health infrastructure and hospital facility. They will also look into aspects like sample statistics in the district, safety of health professionals, availability of test kits, PPEs, masks and other safety equipment, and conditions in the relief camps for labour and poor people.
The recovery rate of COVID-19 patients in the country is 17.47%. Currently, there are 61 districts in 23 states and union territories where no fresh cases have been reported in the last 14 days. According to Health Ministry, 18,985 positive cases of COVID-19 have been reported across the country so far. As many as 3,260 patients have recovered and have been discharged from hospitals, while 603 patients have died. Briefing media in New Delhi, Health Ministry spokesperson said the centre has issued detailed guidelines to all states that while focusing on COVID-19, All other services need to be provided, be it for dialysis, HIV, cancer and other treatments.
3 डिस्ट्रिक्ट थे जिस पर पिछले 28 दिनों से केसेस नहीं आए हैं, उसमें एक और नया जिला अब प्रतापगढ़ राजस्थान ऐड हुआ है। इसके साथ ही टोटल 61 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं देश में, 23 स्टेट्स और यूनियन टेरिटरीज में, जहां पिछले 14 दिनों से कोई केस नहीं आया है।
The Health Ministry spokesperson also said Indian Red Cross has started a round-the-clock control room for blood services in Delhi. The Home Ministry spokesperson said an SOP regarding movement of stranded labourers within a state was shared with states so that labourers at shelters and relief camps could participate in permitted activities. She said the Home Ministry is working with the states and monitoring the enforcement of lockdown rules. Indian Council of Medical Research spokesperson informed that over 4.49 lakh tests of COVID-19 have been conducted so far in India. He said states have been advised not to use new rapid antibody test for 2 days, adding that it will investigate the issue of faulty kits.
कल हमको एक स्टेट में से एक कंप्लेंट आई कि उसमें कम डिटेक्शन हो रहा है। हमको पता चल रहा है कि उनमें जो पॉजिटिव सैंपल्स थे उनमें वेरिएशन बहुत ज्यादा है, लेकिन ये वेरिएशन देखते हुए हमने 2 चीजें ठहराई। अगले 2 दिन में हम हमारे 8 इंस्टीट्यूट्स को फील्ड में भेजेंगे और जो किट्स हैं उनमें से वो लॉट्स लेके उसको टेस्ट करके वैलिडेशन करने की कोशिश करें, फील्ड में वैलिडेशन होगा। दूसरी बात कि सारे स्टेट्स को ये सलाह देना है कि अगले 2 दिन ये टेस्ट किट्स इस्तेमाल न करें। 2 दिन के बाद में हम क्लियर कट एडवाइजरी देने के पोजीशन में रहेंगे।
On the occasion, the chairman of the 4th Empowered Group, tasked with augmenting human resources and capacity building for COVID-19, informed that covidwarriors.gov.in has been created as a master database of healthcare professionals and volunteers. Till now, details of 1.24 crore human resources of various kinds have been added to it. He said the details of Corona warriors in 20 categories and 49 subcategories who can contribute to COVID-19 management efforts are available to states and union territories on the portal. He said the Corona warriors volunteers are involved in preventive activities like social distancing, supply of essential commodities in containment zones and field surveillance. He also said 15,000 Ayush professionals have been deployed in 17 states and union territories in management of COVID-19. Besides, over 1 lakh Ayush professionals and 55,000 Ayush students have been trained and are ready for deployment.
करीब 15,000 आयुष प्रोफेशनल्स को 15 स्टेटों में और 2 यूनियन टेरिटरीज में अब तक डिप्लॉय किए गए हैं और अभी तक 1 लाख से ज्यादा आयुष प्रोफेशनल्स और 55,000 आयुष स्टूडेंट्स को भी ट्रेनिंग दिया गया है और वो भी रेडी हैं डिप्लॉयमेंट के लिए। नेहरू युवक केंद्र जो संस्थान है और एनएसएस है, उनमें अगर वॉलंटियर्स को देखें तो 27 लाख वॉलंटियर्स स्टेट्स में और यूटीज में सिविक अथॉरिटीज को अभी हेल्प कर रहे हैं।
The Home Ministry has included a few more relaxations in its guidelines issued last week. Facilities for export-import, such as pack houses, inspection and treatment facilities for seeds and horticulture produce, have been added to the range of agricultural activities allowed during the lockdown. Research establishments dealing with agriculture and horticulture activities and inter- and intra-state movement of planting materials and honey bee colonies, honey and other beehive products have also been added to the list of activities permissible. Under the set of relaxations given to commercial outlets and private establishments, shops of educational books for students and shops of electric fans are the new additions. The Home Ministry has also allowed sign-on and sign-off of Indian seafarers at Indian ports, and their movement in this regard shall be allowed as per the standard protocol. Activities and offices related with forestry, plantation, including silviculture operations, have also been permitted under the graded relaxation measure by the Centre after evaluating all concerns. The Centre has clarified that caregivers of senior citizens residing with them, prepaid mobile recharge utilities and food processing units in urban areas have been exempted from the lockdown imposed to fight COVID-19. The Home Ministry has written to Chief Secretaries of all states in this regard. The Ministry also said the food processing units like bread factories, milk processing plants, flour mills and dal mills in urban areas are also exempted from lockdown. He asked the states to inform district authorities and agencies in this regard. In his letter, the Home Ministry also emphasised that social distancing norms for offices, workshops, factories and establishments must be ensured.
Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has said the state now has no COVID-19 active case as the second coronavirus patient was discharged from hospital after he tested negative for the deadly virus. The Chief Minister said, though the state has no COVID-19 active case now, people should keep vigil all the time. The Chief Minister also stressed on extra vigil along Indo-Myanmar border areas and directed DGP L.M. Khote to reinforce police checkpoints at various areas, particularly those at Churachandpur district, as it is vulnerable. He said there will be no excuse for anyone providing substandard medical items to paramedics and medical staff and the frontline warriors, as it is a question of human life, and if one gets affected, others will get affected as well. Manipur had 2 confirmed COVID-19 cases, but both the patients, a 23-year-old woman and a 65-year-old man, have recovered and have been discharged from hospital. Goa was declared corona-free state a few days back. Uttar Pradesh government has ordered complete sealing of Delhi-Noida border till further orders as a precautionary measure to contain spread of COVID-19 infection in Gautam Budh Nagar district. The order issued by the district magistrate Gautam Budh Nagar states that the decision is based on the observation made by the health department of the district. However, relaxation in commutation has been given to government officials directly involved in handling the COVID-19 related services with valid pass issued by authorized official. Apart from them, movement of transport vehicles, ambulance services, specialist doctors serving in Noida-based hospitals shall be allowed. The central government officers above the rank of Deputy Secretary with identity card issued by Ministry of Home Affairs and media personnel with valid pass issued from the Office of Additional Commissioner of Police or District Information Officer, Gautam Budh Nagar, shall be allowed to commute. Keeping in mind the convenience of media personnel working in Noida, the old system of accepting ID cards shall be in place till 22nd April. This relaxation is valid for media personnel only.
The government is taking necessary steps to ensure adequate supply of medicines, fertilizers and disinfectant chemicals in the country. Chemicals and Fertilizers Minister D.V. Sadananda Gowda held discussions with secretaries and other senior officers of the ministry to chalk out strategies to improve availability of fertilizers to farmers, medicines to the general public and health services, and chemicals such as disinfectants to curb the outbreak of coronavirus. In a tweet, Mr. Gowda asked the officers to maintain close coordination within the ministry and with other departments as well, so that supply of essential items are maintained without any hindrance. The Health and Family Welfare Minister, Dr. Harshvardhan, has launched an interactive platform, COVID India Seva, aimed at providing real-time solutions to COVID-19 related queries. People can post their queries to the COVID India Seva Twitter handle for getting swift replies from the team of trained experts. This initiative is aimed at enabling transparent e-governance delivery on a large scale, especially in crisis situations like the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Dr. Vardhan said through this platform, trained experts will be able to share authoritative public health information swiftly and widely, helping to build a direct channel for communication with citizens. Commenting on the launch of the social handle, he said, Twitter has proved to be an essential service for both the government and citizens to interact and exchange information, especially in times of need. The responses by the experts will be available for everyone, and users will not be required to share any personal details or health records on this account.
The central government will conduct a telephonic survey to gather feedback from people on prevalence and distribution of COVID-19 symptoms. In a tweet, the Health Ministry informed the people that it is a genuine survey and requested them to participate to enable proper feedback on COVID-19 symptoms. The citizens will get calls on their mobile phones by NIC and the number 1921.
The Reserve Bank of India has asked banks to extend the benefit of interest subvention and prompt repayment incentive for short-term crop loans to farmers till the 31st of May 2020. In a notification, the RBI said it has observed that many farmers are not able to travel to bank branches for payment of their short-term crop loan dues. due to the national lockdown imposed in view of the coronavirus outbreak. It further noted that moratorium has already been announced for all term loans, including short-term crop loans, via COVID-19 regulatory package announced on the 27th of March 2020. Hence, the RBI has directed banks not to impose any penalty and continue to interest subvention scheme till the end of May. The G20 agriculture ministers have decided to ensure the continuous flow of food and agricultural products to safeguard global food security and nutrition. An official statement following the agriculture ministers' virtual meeting yesterday said they commit to cooperating closely and taking concrete actions to safeguard global food security and nutrition. They reaffirmed the importance of working to ensure the continued flow of food products and inputs essential for agricultural and food production across borders, in line with their leaders' statement on COVID-19 of March the 26th. The ministers organised the meeting through video conferencing by the Saudi presidency, where they agreed to guard against any unjustified restrictive measures that could lead to excessive food price volatility in international markets and threaten food security of large proportions of the world population. Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar participated in the meeting of G20 agriculture ministers. He shared the decision of the Government of India to exempt all agricultural operations during the lockdown period and ensure continued availability of essential agricultural produce and supply. Mr. Tomar welcomed the initiative taken by Saudi Arabia to bring the G20 countries together.
The Agriculture Ministry has initiated several steps to decongest wholesale markets and to boost supply chains during the prevailing lockdown situation due to COVID-19 pandemic. The National Agriculture Market eNAM portal has been revamped by adding 2 new modules, Warehouse-Based Trading Module and Farmer-Producer Organizations FPOs module. The Warehouse-Based Trading Module enables farmers to sell their produce from warehousing, development and regulatory authority. The registered warehouses are notified as deemed markets. The FPO Trading Module enables FPOs to upload their produce from collection centers with picture and quality parameter for online bidding without physically reaching the mandis. Our correspondent reports that farmer-producer organizations from 12 states, including Punjab, Odisha, Gujarat, Rajasthan, West Bengal, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu and Uttar Pradesh, have participated in the trade.
eNAM has become a tool for social distancing during lockdown. States are promoting virtual trading platform like eNAM, thereby reducing human intervention in handling of the produce and trading ensured through online mode. Module of Uberization of logistics aggregators has been recently launched on eNAM platform. This will help traders to find out transporters available in their vicinity for faster movement of farm produce from mandis to various other locations. More than 11 lakh trucks and over 2 lakh transporters are already linked to this module. Central government has already allowed free interstate movement of vehicles carrying essential commodities. With Deependra, Anand Chaturvedi, AIR News, Delhi.
Agriculture Ministry has constituted a separate cell for monitoring supply and prices of essential goods and fruits and vegetables, along with interstate movement for Northeast region. This is All India Radio bringing you a special news program on COVID-19. Let's take a look at headlines once again. Union Home Ministry welcomes West Bengal government's decision to extend full cooperation to Interministerial Central Team. Says it will facilitate proper assessment of COVID-19 containment measures by the state. Manipur becomes the second state after Goa to be corona-free. Uttar Pradesh government orders complete sealing of Delhi-Noida border to contain coronavirus. Government is taking all necessary steps to ensure adequate supply of medicines, fertilizers and disinfectants in the country, says Chemicals Minister Sadanand Gowda. RBI asks banks to extend all benefits announced by government pertaining to short-term crop loans to farmers. And G20 agriculture ministers decide to ensure continuous flow of food and agricultural products to safeguard global food security. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
The Gujarat government will start procurement of wheat at minimum support price from April the 27th. Chief Minister's Secretary Ashwini Kumar said the procurement process will continue till May the 31st. The government also launched the third edition of its water conservation drive called Sujalama Sufalam Yojana yesterday. The scheme is aimed at deepening water bodies in the state before the monsoon. Under the drive, Manrega activities will also be resumed in the state with people's participation.
Registration for the procurement of wheat will be resumed from the next week. Around 28,000 farmers have registered themselves before the lockdown. Farmers will be informed through SMS at what time they need to visit to the centre. Under Sujalam Suflam drive, more than 14,000 water conservation works such as deepening of lakes, rivers and check dams will be taken up at the cost of around 414 crore rupees. The drive will be continued till 10th of June. Apart from maintaining social distancing, local bodies have been asked to provide masks and sanitizers to the workers. Aparna Khut, AR News, Ahmedabad.
In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, a unique endeavour by a Divyang person hailing from Udhampur district has been making tireless efforts to reach out the needy in the wake of the prevailing coronavirus pandemic. He withdrew all his savings in the preparation of face masks and distributed totally free of cost, inviting appreciation from one and all. More from our Srinagar correspondent.
A 70% Divyang Pawandev Singh of village Sansu in Udhampur district of Jammu and Kashmir is preparing masks to distribute free of cost among the needy people. Divyang pension is the only source of income for this 35-year-old Pawan Singh, who has exhausted all his savings which he had kept in his bank account to purchase cloth for the preparation of masks.
मैंने भी सोचा कि क्यों ना लोगों में मास्क वितरित किए जाएं। आज मैं बैंक गया था, जितना मेरे पास जो बैलेंस में बचा हुआ था मैं वहां से निकलवा के ले आया हूं और उससे मैं जो अभी कपड़ा खरीदूंगा और उससे जितने मास्क बन पाएंगे वो मास्क बना के मैं लोगों में वितरित करूंगा, जो मैं फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट दे रहा हूं।
So when a Divyang person, despite being poor with limited resources in hand, could contribute for the society, then why can't we? The need of the hour is to introspect and rise to the occasion and serve to the society to the maximum at these difficult times. With Anil Dubey from Udhampur, this is Sunil Kohl for AR News from Srinagar.
The Himachal Pradesh government has decided to provide various concessions to industrial and commercial sectors, including the tourism sector, agriculture and other electricity consumers in the state due to the outbreak of COVID-19 in the country. More from our correspondent.
The State Electricity Board Limited will ensure regular electricity supply to all its consumers and no disconnection will be made due to non-payment of electricity bills and late payment surcharge till 31st May 2020. The electricity consumption charges in respect of industrial, commercial and agriculture consumers would be recovered in 3 equal installments during the months of July, August and September. These concessions have been given to help the electricity consumers of the state to meet out economic hardship being faced by them due to COVID-19 pandemic. The state government has also decided financial assistance of rupees 50 lakh to the family of all frontline corona warriors in case of death. Sanjeev Sundaryal, AIR News, Shimla.
In Madhya Pradesh, the worst corona-affected Indore will now start citywide screening on the lines of Bhilwara. Out of a total of 1,552 patients in the state, Indore alone has 923. So far, 52 people have died in the cleanest city of the country. In Indore, more than 4,000 samples have been taken. Now, to change the situation, Bhilwara model is being adopted. A report.
Indore Municipal Corporation Commissioner Ashish Singh informed that from today 1800 teams of the municipal corporation will perform screening work as well as survey of the entire city. For that, services of teachers, Asha and Anganwadi workers are being taken along with the municipal personnel. After the first round of screening, city will be screened again after 6 days. The planning of Bhilwara administration proved to be effective and the Bhilwara model has been considered ideal. The central team visited the free ration distribution center yesterday and also assured to provide additional resources including drones for surveillance in Indore. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
In Chhattisgarh, IIT Bhilai, in collaboration with Bhilai Steel Plant, has developed the head cover for personal protective equipment. A report from our Raipur correspondent.
The Indian Institute of Technology Bhilai has developed a head cover of the personal protection equipment, which is not only cost effective but also meets all the standards. IIT Bhilai Director Rajat Muna said that it would prove very useful for doctors and paramedical staff treating corona-infected patients. Director in charge of Jawaharlal Nehru Hospital Bhilai, Dr. S.K. Issar, said
अभी सैंपल का हमने 10 बनाया है, बाकी अभी उसका आगे मास स्केल में प्रोडक्शन करने के लिए डाई बनाना, अगर डाई बन जाएगी तो एक ये बनाने में 5 से 10 मिनट लगेगा.
This innovation of IIT Bhilai could prove to be very useful. With Abhay Javade from Durg, Vikalp Shukla for AIR News, Raipur.
An interministerial central team is in Rajasthan to make an on-the-spot assessment of the compliance and implementation of lockdown measures in the wake of COVID-19. This team visited the curfew-bound areas of Jaipur and took stock of the situation. The central team also interacted with Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot and other officials of the state through video conference yesterday. Meanwhile, the number of COVID-19 cases has gone up to 1,735 in the state. 159 persons tested positive for corona yesterday in the state. 657 cases have been reported so far in Jaipur alone. The state government has taken several steps to deal with the situation. A report.
400 OPD mobile vans will be operated across the state from today to avoid any problems to the common patients, common diseases, or people will be treated through these mobile vans, taking the serious note on incidents of denial for treatment by the private hospitals. Taking the serious note on incidents of denial for treatment by the private hospitals, Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot has said that private hospitals should fulfill their moral and social responsibilities in this hour of crisis, otherwise the government will take strict action. The state government has decided to appoint about 9,000 ANMs and GNM to avoid shortage of health workers to deal with COVID-19. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
In Tamil Nadu, 178 COVID-19 patients were discharged from hospitals on a single day yesterday. The state has recorded 76 new cases, including 55 from Chennai. They include some media persons also. The state has so far recorded 1,596 positive cases, though the active caseload is 940. Another patient succumbed to the disease in the last 24 hours, taking the toll to 18. Our correspondent has more details.
A fresh round of relief package distribution has been initiated. The package is aimed at helping the unorganized workers and migrant laborers. The relief package of 1,000 rupees each is being credited through direct benefit transfer, and the dispersal of the second installment with an equal amount is about to begin, as said by the State Labour Department. The target of distributing dry ration to the migrant laborers who are not in the regular payrolls of any company has been revised upward. An additional 45,000 people have been included in the list. Others who are in the regular payrolls are being sheltered and taken care of by their employers. Jai Singh, AIR News, Chennai.
In our series Experts Speak, we bring you views of leading medical experts on COVID-19. Dr. Anant Mohan, Head of Pulmonary Medicine, AIMS, has advised people not to take medicine like hydroxychloroquine or anti-malarial without a prescription by a doctor.
Please do not take medicines such as azithromycin, other antibiotics, antivirals or hydroxychloroquine or other antimalarials without a proper prescription by a doctor. Do not self-medicate.
And now an overview of today's newspapers covering COVID-19 stories. Hasty end of curbs could cause resurgence, the pioneer cites the WHO. Virus drug trials begin this week. Project accorded approval by Apex Drugs Controller, notes the Tribune. Economy headed for contraction, less fiscal space for big stimulus is the lead in the Indian Express. The paper also observes IMF predicts V-shaped recovery in 2021-22. The Financial Express reports government may roll out fiscal package 2.0 today. Banks readying debt recast for COVID-hit companies will let lenders extend loan tenures without terming them NPA, states the Economic Times. Cremations possible but not immersions at Lodi Road Crematorium relative store ash-filled urns for future disposal, writes the Hindu with a photograph. And finally, Mumbai bus conductor runs 21 kilometers to report to work is a box item in the Hindustan Times on Devidas Jaisingh Rathore, in charge of a bus ferrying doctors and nurses treating COVID-19 patients.
And now, before we end the special news program on COVID-19, the headlines once again. Union Home Ministry welcomes West Bengal government's decision to extend full cooperation to Interministerial Central Team, says it will facilitate proper assessment of COVID-19 containment measures by the state. Manipur becomes second state after Goa to be corona-free. Uttar Pradesh government orders complete sealing of Delhi-Noida border to contain coronavirus. Government is taking all necessary steps to ensure adequate supply of medicines, fertilizers and disinfectants in the country, says Chemicals Minister Sadananda Gowda. RBI asked banks to extend all benefits announced by government pertaining to short-term crop loans to farmers. And with that, we end the special news program on COVID-19.